Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you just fine. Hi, everyone. So, welcome. Thanks for joining us. James is joining us live from Madagascar, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to him because I think the weather is against us and he wants to get a little time in before he has to go.
Hi, everyone. I'm James Herrera, the Conservation Director for the Duke Lemur Center, and I'm excited to be speaking to you all from here in Madagascar. And not just in Madagascar, but I am at literally the foothills of the rainforest where the famous Indri lives, the largest living lemur, one of the iconic species that really is a flagship for the island. And I'm not here alone. We're very fortunate to be participating in a World Lemur Day celebration. Last Friday, the 31st, was World Lemur Day, and we believe in celebrating as long as possible. So we are here with over 700 people and 11 different partners, all working on conservation here in Madagascar. These are a few of our team members from the Duke Lemur Center, but there are a number of partners here, significantly the Madagascar National Parks, uh, World Wildlife Foundation, and World Wildlife Conservation Society, and many others. And so this is just a few of our team members who are conducting some education. And because the weather's turning and there's a lot of action and a lot of activities going on, we don't want to keep them for too long. But I want to introduce a few key people. This is Talesi. Say hi, Talesi. Talesi is especially focused on landscape restoration and reforestation. He did his master's with us studying lemurs. And this is Jebien. Say hi, Jebien. He's new in our team and responsible for education. This is Ken Didier. This is Zico. Responsible for reforestation. Say hi. Garcia. Say hi, Olina. Silvana. And hi, everyone from Befincha. Hi. Miara Habam Zarewan Dafi. I forgot. We forgot Olivitan over here. Hi, Olivitan. Thank you. Thank you. Say hi. Okay, go, go. I'm sorry. Désolé. Al paso. So they're especially teaching about the local species of lemurs, like the silky shifaka, and the value of the lemurs for the environment. They're talking about how lemurs help to plant trees, the trees that people need for their daily lives. That the trees give us shade and keep us cool, give us clean air, protect our water. Today is all about lemurs, but of course, we teach all about the environment in general. And over here, there's the rest of the 700 folks. There's also a football game that just concluded, the finale for the local teams. Here's a ton of our local partners. Oh, and we're going to do a video projection. Okay, we can't keep the kids any longer. We got the video projection going. Come on, Missy video, tapcha, Missy video. Allora sì che mi film. The Madagascar National Parks just produced a new video that they are premiering about the silky shifaka, which is only found in this region. And despite that it is starting to look ugly, everybody wants to see. In past years, we've tried to make this more interactive, but our audience is captivated at the moment.
Okay, James.
Welcome
Question.
any journalists.
A question for you as we watch them enjoy the video is, would any of these people have seen a silky shafak before?
I was really, really amazed during our question and answer session. I asked how many of you have seen the Indri, which is the largest lemur, and I would say 90% of the over 200 students that were present raised their hand, which is
Wow.
amazing. The Indri is such a rare species, and this is the very northernmost limit of their range, where they have a very unique coloration, and it was even suggested for a while they might be a unique species or subspecies. But most of these children have seen them because they literally live right at the base of the rainforest. They go to the hills for their farming and to get firewood, and they see the lemurs with their own eyes. It's looking kind of gray. I don't know if you can really see the landscape. Here's their football field where they're celebrating their recent victory. Out there, I wish I could zoom for you. But you see those mountains, right? Those are all shrouded
Yes,
in
we can see those.
You can see there, it's considered cloud forest. You can see why. Literally just shrouded in the mist. So yes, many of these children have seen Indri. The silky shabaka is actually more rare than the Indri. So the silky may be less frequently seen. But they do also see the bamboo lemur. There's a species of bamboo lemur that's very commonly found in their agricultural fields, near the fields, because usually in those very open areas, bamboo grows readily. So the bamboo lemurs come and they eat it. They see dwarf lemurs and mouse lemurs regularly. Those are species that they'll often see in their agricultural fields as well. It's they live it. They live it, and they see the benefit of the forest all around them. They were telling me about how they see for their daily lives. All the rain, the rain that comes from the forest and the feeds the streams, what they use to gather the water that they drink and cook with. I'll introduce Dominique. Mana miarahaba amni nomanan dafi. Atal salama. Dominique is one of the lemur guardians. He and his team, I don't know where Jerry Monina is at the moment, they are the true lemur guardians. They are out there every month watching the lemurs and making sure that they are protected. He's from one of these local communities, and he, of course, has to come with us to celebrate World Lemur Day. The team is taking a snack break. Let's see what kind of snacks we have. In that team, what we got here? That looks suspicious, but it is a tamarind fruit that's kind of looks almost like a jam. And we got some fried bananas here. We got some, these are like coconut, what do we call them? Macaroons.
Oh.
Yes. We got some coffee and some cola tea to keep us going. So this is a little bit of, there's Jerry Monina. You can see on the back, he's got Police and Allah. They are literally the forest guardians. Thank you very much. Oh, he says hi to Camille. In case Camille is tuning in, she's one of the many who have worked with us. Say hi, Olina. All right. I can take any questions if anybody in the audience has any questions. I have too much energy now because we've had a whole week of lemur fun.
So I guess one more question would be, so you were surprised by how many of them had seen the Indri and seen so many lemurs in the area. When you talk with the kids, do you get a sense that they know how unique it is to see lemurs and to have seen an Indri, and how much, Americans obviously most of us would kill to see an Indri in the wild one day, whereas they might see them a little bit more frequently in that area?
It's interesting that you asked, because we work along a really wide gradient from urban to rural landscapes, and so the children in the more urban settings obviously have less interaction. I'm also just taking us over here. There's a tree nursery that the school started, in case you want to want to take a peek. The children who grow up, here near the forest, they see it with their own eyes every day, and so they maybe are a little more used to it, and maybe don't think of them as rare as the students from the urban areas, and especially for us in the U.S. That it's such a treasure if you're able to actually see these lemurs with your own eyes. So it's an interesting question. I still think that they recognize just how unique they are, especially in that they don't see them in the village. It's an animal they have to go. It's not far. These are coffee trees. I'm just taking a little stroll here now.
Just, James,
they go
the
out to their
reception is
fields,
getting a
and then they
little
see the
worse as
lemur.
we stray
Yeah.
further out.
I will go back then. I was lured down this path, which looks forested. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I say that they're close there at the foothills. I mean, it is another like 2 hours to walk to get to the forest where the lemurs are, and in between, it's let's say not forest. It's their agricultural fields. So I think they definitely see the stark contrast between those two kinds of landscapes. And especially when we have a party like this to celebrate lemurs with foreigners coming, from all around, I think it really gives a lot of value to the lemurs.
So speaking of the celebrations, what has been your favorite activity for all the World Lemur Day celebrations?
My favorite is that we do like a question. We do like a lesson plan, and then afterwards we ask questions based on the lesson. And if kids can answer the questions, they get prizes. And we try to, there's like just crayons and colored pencils for like lower level questions, and then there's a brand new football and a backpack for the higher level questions. And it really gets kids engaged and excited. And I'm really amazed to see how much they remember, because they often will in the morning before we start, they all say they know lemurs, the general term for lemurs, and they know the more common species, but not necessarily like recognizing how different they all are. And that's something that we talk about. And then they retain this knowledge, and it's just like within they hear it once and it just sticks, and they're like jumping out of their seats to answer when they have a chance to answer, even when it's a simple gift like a pen or a pencil. They're just so excited that they have this new knowledge and that they share it. It sounds silly that we give pens and pencils and stuff, but school supplies are hard to come by in remote villages like these, or they're expensive for parents. So it's and they work their way up to coloring books and things like that.
I mean, I don't know. In elementary school, I was pretty motivated by a new pen or pencil, so I get it.
Yeah, I would say that's my favorite, but I would definitely have to say that the kids' favorite is coloring. Um, we whip out all the coloring books and the pencils and crayons, and an hour goes by of like pure concentrated effort. And then what we usually do is we tape those or glue those to big poster boards and post them on the walls. So the kids' artwork is displayed in the schools, and they have this reminder of what the lesson was about.
So another question for you is, we've talked a lot about engaging with the kids so far. For World Lemur Day, do you focus on engaging with kids? Or are you engaging kind of with all ages? What other programs are you and the team doing?
Thank you. We focus most on primary schools, because 75% of children unfortunately only get to go to primary school. And when they really only get the basics of reading and writing and basic math. So after that, they kind of have to go to farming, and so they might not have any other opportunities to be in a place together in a learning space like that. So that's why we do most of our work with primary schools. However, we work with high school environmental clubs as well, and we just started a youth club last year that is for post high school graduates. that they don't, have the opportunity necessarily to go to university, but they want to learn hard skills. So we do like vocational training, but also soft skills like applying for going to university and scholarships and things like that. And then we do a lot with the university level. So, I'm an academic by training, and I love working with university students. Many of the young people that you just met, are recent graduates or still students at the regional university, or they were supported by scholarships by the DLC for their masters. So, we do try to fill the whole spectrum there. We do have a postdoc fellow as well.
Wonderful. So I know you were a little concerned about the weather and wanted to keep things brief. So I wanted to check in if you want to take any more questions or if you want to go ahead and wrap up.
The weather is holding out for a little bit if there's any other questions, but if not, I can also sign off and let everyone get back to their day.
I would say my final question for you then will be if people want to know more about what you and the team are doing in Madagascar and kind of keep up, since we're not able to do these live streams all that often, how can they kind of keep in touch and keep up with what's going on over there?
Thank you. I encourage everyone to keep checking out the website for updates. I try to post blogs on the website very frequently, and usually there'll be some social media posts to kind of alert everyone that there's a blog post. Every year around the beginning of the new year, we have a newsletter that we disseminate, and would love for everyone to check that out. There's an archive on our website as well. We have produced a number of videos that you can check out, and we're trying to keep those updated as well. They're on the website and on our Vimeo page. And if you are interested, please do reach out. We also have a semi-monthly or bi-monthly e-newsletter that we email around to people on our list. If you'd like to be added to that list, just email us. The contact is also on the website.
All right, sounds perfect. Well, we'll let you go before the weather turns on you so you can keep celebrating with everyone. And thank you for joining us for a belated World Lemur Day.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.